Greetings and welcome to the World Numismatic News' Lincoln Cents Date by Date. In this episode, we'll be examining the 1913 Lincoln penny and what it might be worth. Mintage figures for the 1913 issue remained largely stable, increasing only slightly from the previous year while failing to breach 100 million units at 98,437,352 coins from all three working mints combined. In general, the mint seems to have largely adjusted to the budgetary constraints that it was placed under for the past several years, with the payroll shrinking another 25 people when compared to 1912. The Charlotte Mint, which had been operating purely as an assayer's office for decades now, had finally shut its doors for good in 1913 as well. However, the mint's overall drive to modernization and more efficient minting techniques and processes continued as well in this year. The Philadelphia Mint especially completed its new minor coining plant, which was reserved for the production of pennies and nickels, separating these from the production of gold and silver coins completely. In his annual report, Mint Director George E. Roberts details with no small amount of pride gleaming through his text, might I add, that the mint is now capable of producing on scale minor coins completely in-house from raw ingots to coins, eliminating the need for outside contractors completely. New techniques for casting larger sized ingots, new heavy rollers, and large cutting presses capable of producing 6 penny and 5 nickel blanks at a time, all combined to allow the mint to produce up to 1,020 small coin blanks per minute at peak efficiency. Of the total mintage, Philadelphia struck 76,532,352 Lincoln cents for 1913, most of which were noted to have a very high strike quality in general. The same enhanced obverse design implemented in 1912 was again carried over for this year as well, although it is interesting to note that the mint's engravers did not adhere to the font, if you will, or the design style that was set out by Victor D. Brenner in 1909 when designing this coin, where the 3 of 1913 was given a more symmetrical form instead of having an elongated tail to match the 9. By way of comparison, here is a coin from 1934 which does adhere to this correct style. Note that the sweeping tail of the 3 matches that of the 9 instead of the more traditional shape employed for the 1913 design. Whether this was simply an oversight or a deliberate choice is not exactly clear, but this inconsistent application of styles will remain a common theme for about the next 3 decades. Today, the coin is available in most grades. Very low grades are common, trading for $1 to $3 each, with higher circulating grades honestly seldomly being seen, although with the abundance of mint state examples, that rarely impacts the pricing of such coins at around $30 to $60 each, if you're lucky. As mentioned, mint state examples are quite easy to come by, honestly, with average red coins trading for anywhere between $100 and $350, and if you're willing to accept a red-brown, then significantly cheaper than that. Only in true gem grades does this coin become genuinely rare, ranking as one of the rarest Philadelphia Mint issues in the entire series at this grade level, with an MS67 Plus red graded coin from PCGS selling at auction during 2017 for $35,250. The Denver Mint in turn managed to strike 15,804,000 coins for the 1913 production run, making it technically a semi-key date within the context of the series as a whole, but despite this, the coin remains obtainable in most grades today. While the overall strike quality of the issue is acceptable, the true question is not whether or not the coins for 1913 D-Link and Penny are fully struck up, but rather whether they were struck with a fresh die or not, as most coins seen for this issue are struck with badly worn or eroded dies that simply no longer possess the full level of detail that should be on the design. This phenomenon is also backed by the production figures, which indicate that the Denver Mint was able to push its obverse dies especially to extract 500,000 coins per working die. This was a new record for the US Mint at that time. The reverse die had a slightly easier time of it, but on average 391,000 coins per die was quite something for the period. Compare this to the amount of coins struck per die from Philadelphia, and the reason for the difference in strike quality between the two facilities within the same year soon become apparent. Again, the Denver Mint coins are not hard to locate for this year, with low-grade coins mostly trading for around the $5 mark or so. Higher circulating grades too are obtainable, with most coins of this nature being priced around $50 per coin. Prices for the 1913 D penny in mint state, however, have been climbing fairly steeply for the last few years, to the point where $1,000 is not unreasonable for an attractive red coin. In 2017, Stax Bowers set a new record for this type when a PCGS graded MS66 Plus red coin was sold at auction for $23,500. As per usual, the San Francisco Mint has the lowest mintage figure for the year at only 6,101,000 coins. This embeds the issue firmly as a semi-key date, and much like the Denver issue, strike quality is a significant concern for this coin, although certainly not to the same extent, as the average die lifespan was just over 200,000 coins for the obverse. It is quite common though for the coin to show some softness in strike quality, especially over the O of 1 cent, indicating that the dies were spaced slightly too far apart to make a full impression. The 1913 S coin was largely gone from circulation by the 1950s, and by then only the worst of grades could still be obtained from pocket change. Today, these coins begin to trade from around $10 to $15 each. With higher circulating grades, you might expect to see prices ranging from $50 to $100, but honestly, finding a coin like this would actually be the more noteworthy aspect. According to noted coin dealer Abe Kossoff, the 1913 S was not a coin that was ever found in significant quantities in BU coin holds or in original coin rolls. This observation is backed up by modern population data as well, with even mid-range mint state coins being scarce and gem-level coins being genuinely rare. Entry-level mint state coins are available from $300 to $500 each, but the minute you go past the MS64 mark, and especially with full red coins, prices increase dramatically. On that point, red coins from this issue are not expected to have brilliant mint luster, with most original untreated coins displaying a more dull or subdued coppery orange instead of the true red color. Of course, as with most things, exceptions do exist. During 2019, an MS66 red coin as graded by PCGS was sold at auction for $24,000. The 1913 matte-proof cent has the second highest mintage of these satin-proof coins behind only the 1910 issue, standing at 2,983 coins. This is also the most readily available of these early matte-proof cent coins. The most plausible reason for both the higher mintage as well as the higher survival rate is actually the release of the new Buffalo nickel, which was also minted in matte-proof finish for 1913. At the time, collectors were unable to purchase the coin on its own, as the mint was only selling it along with the penny in a 2-coin minor proof set for the grand sum of 15 cents. Again, a graded example of this coin is highly advised when adding one to your collection. In 2014, a proof 67 red coin was sold at auction in a PCGS slab for the sum of $25,850. Mint mark styles for 1913 again remained unaltered from the previous years for both the S and the D coins. A single extremely minor repunched mint mark is known for the San Francisco mint coin in this case, which only shows very slight notching in the lowest serif. However, this variety is extremely minor. It is not recognized by PCGS nor NGC, and there is no listing for it in the Cherry Picker's Guide either, and as such, its main value is for educational or academic purposes, with no real market premium above the base coin itself. Remember to check out the rest of the videos in this series as well, and subscribe to WNN and activate the little bell icon to be notified when new videos are released. For the World Numismatic News, I am Numisman saying thank you for watching, keep collecting, and have a great day.